When's the last time you repeated an outfit? Do you pay attention to where your clothes are made? Do you keep an item of clothing until you have outgrown it? Or do you switch your clothes at every season? But why does it all matter? These questions may feel exhausting, but they are becoming more common as global cities and everywhere pay attention to how they can shop more sustainably. As an individual strolls into the store and purchase a few items at mall, a thought that may cross our mind is how it is possible for such an affordable clothing to be made in such a mass quantities. The drop in the garment prices over the last 20 years has allowed us to buy more and more clothes. We have 5 times more clothes than our grandparents had. It felt great until we find out what's hiding behind this trend. Hey, my name is Nancy Singh and today I'm going to talk about fast fashion. The term refers to cheaply produced and priced garments that copy the latest catwalk style and get pumped quickly through the stores in order to maximize on current trend. While we can see the prevalence of the fast fashion in our lives, on social media, in our closets, it's difficult to know exactly how damaging fashion industry is to the environment, making it harder for the industry to become sustainable. Washing clothes meanwhile releases 5 lakh tons of microfibers into the ocean each year, the equivalent of 50 billion plastic bottles. Many of these fibers are polyester, which is commonly used fibers in clothing, is made from plastic and will never fully decompose. Producing polyester releases 2 to 3 times more carbon than cotton. If the fashion sector continues its current trajectory, that share of the carbon budget could jump to 26% by 2050. In reality, this continuous accumulation of cheap garment is only possible because of the constant reduction of production cost. This in turn has a serious consequence on our health, our planet, and on garment workers' life. The fashion industry produces 10% of all the humanity carbon emission. It is the second largest consumer of the world's water supply and pollutes the ocean with microplastics. That's more emission than all international flights and maritime shipping combined. A lot of this clothing ends up in dump. The equivalent of one garbage truck full of clothes is burned or dumped into the landfill every second. In total, up to 85% of the textile go into the landfill each year. That's enough to fill the Sydney harbour annually. So, slow fashion is the only sustainable future for the industry and the planet. One way that shoppers are reducing their consumption of fast fashion is by buying from a second-handed seller. Shoppers send their unwanted clothes to these websites and people buy those clothes at lower prices than the original. Another solution, the World Resource Institute suggests that companies need to design, test and invest in business models that reuse clothes and maximize their useful life. Government need to be more actively involved in the fashion industry's damaging effects. Do you really need 3 black t-shirts made up of thin fabric? What if you brought one made up of 100% cotton sourced from sustainable practices? Not only you will dress better, but you will feel better about what you wear too. To fight fast fashion, be picky about what you wear. You have more clothes than you need. It's time to give your clothes a second chance at second life. There are countless ways to redistribute the clothes you no longer needed without harming the environment. Just make sure they are washed in a good condition before you send them away. Maybe you have worn the same denim jacket every day for a week and you want to borrow your brother's sweatshirt. He had an eye on the pair of shoes you haven't touched for months. The best part is that it does not have to last forever. You can always swap back. H&M and Madville are just few examples of the brand that offer the consumer the opportunity to recycle textiles. Once collected, your old socks or jeans, they can be reused as a material for new clothes or can be turned into the insulation for houses. When's the last time you made something from scratch? If you can't find a recycling program for the garment that are too damaged to be donated, take the matter in your own hand and create something new. Old t-shirt can become a cleaning clothes, helping you end your reliance on paper towels.